God, I need to shave. Hey, somebody's in here already? I can't see any comments. Ugh. And it looks like it's gonna rain today. Oh my god, I gotta use the bathroom. But I don't want to use anything that's in here because there's too much space outside to be peeing in the pee jar. I just saw my other flip-flop leg. Oh wait, I know exactly where it is. Under all this shit. Oh. All right, y'all. I think it's time we made some coffee. Also, maybe did a little bit of cleaning up in this van. So if you're in chat, I don't know how this works very well. To be completely honest, I don't do a lot of live streams. I'm kind of just winging it, y'all. So please forgive me if I don't look like I know what I'm doing, because technically, honestly, I don't. Damn, can we expose from my face? Looks like a fucking black mage over here. Alright, it's time to make some coffee, y'all. I don't think I cleaned this out last night. It's kind of heavy, and I'm pretty sure I always make coffee, so yeah. I wonder, can I get people with the view? Where are comments at? Welcome to chat. It's a live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay, so top messages. Just show me everything. All messages. Moderation. Moderation helps everyone feel safe to build a positive live chat experience. You and your viewers choose who can participate, set a delay between messages, hide or put people in timeout, manage messages held for review, add moderators to your channel. Okay, close. I don't care right now. Right now, we're doing unfiltered. Unfiltered means Say whatever the fuck you want. Like, realistically, I've heard people say the craziest shit on here. Damn, I do look like a black mage. We're gonna have to change the wardrobe a bit. It's cold out here, but I also want to shave today. I look like an old man. I hate freaking having this much hair on my face. So, maybe no one's commented. Can someone comment? Oh, there we go. Lauren Marcus. Hey, how's it going? You're my number one chatter. Um, I'm actually somewhere interesting. I want to show you guys that, but I want to put on boots and get some coffee started right now, just so you guys can kind of see. This is what happens to your espresso machine, your espresso maker, when you use wood, random wood. I think eucalyptus did that to me. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I do this. Maybe y'all can see me easier. No, not really. Are there any rules against smoking tobacco? Because I roll my own cigarettes. I'm not smoking Mary Jane. I'm smoking tobacco. Oh my god, my van is so freaking dirty right now too. It's not dirty. It's a little dirty, but it's mostly cluttered because I got a knock on my door at like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And it was so weird because it was a woman, and I expected it to be like a strange woman. I know, but I mean, I've been smoking since I was 17. So, hello, Everly Grace. How goes it, Everly Grace? How is your day today? Happy Monday, chat. Happy Monday. Yeah, I've been smoking since I was 17. I have a bestie. She's always telling me to quit, and I never listen to her because I'm gonna quit, Lauren. I'm gonna quit. Give me some time. Give me a moment. And if I do quit, what am I gonna use this fancy Murica Zippo lighter for, huh? It doesn't even have the eagle on it anymore. It's been in my pocket with my keys so often. I will quit though. Eventually. It's actually quite nippy. Damn. Why are you I just woke up. This is like my first sick. Are you happy? Are you happy? I'm already getting bullied by my audience. There's only 10 people in here right now. It's down. I put it down. I put it down. I'm not stopping coffee. And when I have my coffee, I will pick it back up. You guys want to see where I'm at? Dude, I know. Trust me. You want to see? Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it. Y'all want to see where I'm at? It's actually quite nice. Hold on. You gotta see my face. I look like a black mage right now. I'm actually in a quite nice place. I'll pick it back up. Okay? Uh-oh. My mom just sent me a text. Huzzah. Alright, y'all. So it's cold this morning, but ooh, take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, granted, I'm gonna prepare you guys. It's actually don't tell people to shut up, chat. Leave them alone, okay? Because I am picking that back up. I'm just respecting Lauren's wishes because some people really do get a little bit distraught. They have parents who have passed away from smoking. I started at 17 because I have a baby face, even though it doesn't look like it right now because I got this beard. By the end of this video, let's say if I get 100 people in here, I'll shave my beard, my face completely off. Not my face, but I'll shave my beard completely off my face so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It is bad. Here's the thing, Lauren. Here's one thing that's beneficial about how I smoke. I roll my own tobacco, and there's no filter, and that sounds crazy, but I was literally, oh, hold on. I was literally running around out here. I went for like a maybe 5,000 step walk / jog out here, and it makes a huge difference not having a filter. Okay, like that's why it's hard for me to quit because there's almost no repercussions for it. But there's junk out here. There's trash. Okay, because people dump. It's the wilderness to an extent, but it's surrounded by city. Okay. It's the van right there. Boom. Okay. There's my little wood pile and hobo stove is what I like to call it. But can I flip this camera around? Boom. This is what I wake up to, you guys. Right there. Huzzah. Hi, Black Toe. How's it going? Boom. Now, there is a lot of trash up here because people like to dump. Every time I come up here, there's clothes. There's couches. There's a whole nother set of couches up there. Whoever saw these couches, because they were here for a while, somebody just decided to put that on the back of that couch, which makes it a little bit better. You get me? Thank you for the like, whoever sent the like. But yeah. Ooh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look how freaking... Okay, rotation is locked. Rotate. How do I unlock rotation? Alright, it doesn't seem like it matters. But yeah, this is what I enjoy doing. They say don't put your personal information. I really don't care if you see my license plate. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, we're going to take this hobo stove. We're going to cut probably that piece of wood. I have some wood in that bag. My van is an absolute mess. I went grocery shopping. I ate dinner. I got to clean up trash. I don't want to contribute to this atrocity that's going on out here. So, yeah. And I also need to take some wood inside of the van. Actually, what I need to do is stop running my mouth and make some coffee because it looks like it might rain. And if it's gonna rain, it's almost impossible to do stuff like that. And I don't use butane because it's like, I don't want to say it's a moral thing for me, but I've been in this van for a few years now, and one thing I hate relying on is fossil fuels because A, they're expensive, B, they're bad for the environment, especially when I can find free wood and stuff like that just lying around. So I do try to refrain as much as possible from using fossil fuels as often as possible. So, and there are plans for this van once I make the appropriate amount of income to do awesome stuff and things with it. So, yes. Nope. Okay. Oh, wow. I could share with Facebook. I didn't know I could share with Facebook. There's all kinds of stuff I didn't know I could do. Wow, I could share it to my Instagram. Not sure what just happened there. Lauren, are you still in the comments? Because if you're not, I'm about to pick my cigarette back up right now. Right now. right now. I'm not seeing any comments. No one's there to complain about it. So, yeah. Unless Lauren tells me to throw down my cigarette, because she did subscribe. She said throw it down, and I'll subscribe. She didn't say don't pick it back up. So I'm still abiding by the contract, our verbal social contract. But yeah, it's time for coffee, y'all. It's time for coffee. Like sugar on my tongue. Your body is so sweet. See, I can't tell if chat froze or if freaking it's my reception or what, but there's nothing moving. Oh, there's only two people in here. That's a good reason. Two people who aren't commenting. I met a cool dude on live before. I was the only one in his chat, and I was like, hey, I'll subscribe if you give my channel a shout out. And he was like, done. Took him a while to see it, but it did happen. So I subscribed to his channel. He's a cool guy too. Gearhead, just like me. Mobile mechanic, just like me. It's cool people everywhere. Okay, we need to change the attire because, well, there's no light in the van either, so that's not helping. There's a lighting. Create highlight lighting. Okay, there we go. That's better. But it just defaults, yeah, it just defaults. So, me lock. Oh God. God, I need to shave, dude. I do not like this. I do not like being this hairy. Damn. See, Lauren, you left. That's why I'm smoking now. Alright. Coffee before rain starts, and then I have a bunch of crap to deal with. And we've been going for 16 minutes, 17 minutes already. That's insane. It feels like I just started this thing. Alright. So, let's put on some boots, just in case we have to start moving fast. Ugh. And here we have some top of the line. I don't know why I'm knocking the dust off of these. I'm about to get them dusty right now. Walmart work boots. Yes, we keep it cheap around these parts. If Jesus came back right now and he saw me wearing a pair of Red Wings, what would he say? What would he say? Oh, there's people starving in your area. You could have volunteered to help with the effort to feed them at least. And you didn't. Instead, you went out and bought a $200 pair of boots. $300 now with inflation. I think they were $300 back in the day. They have to be more now. Okay. Where did everybody go? Everybody left. I guess I'm not interesting enough, YouTube. I guess I'm not an interesting enough person, which is crazy because IRL, I can't get people to leave me alone. Not that I like being alone. Like, I do like being alone. I enjoy my solitude. But we had foster kids when we were younger. By we, I mean me. None of my other siblings had this experience except for me. And I went from being in a giant house to having a giant house by myself to having a giant house full of people, and that made such a difference in just my quality of life. Even though there are arguments, even though I have to wait to use the bathroom, my quality of life just got so much better that I'm at a point now to where I don't want to buy a house unless I have freaking people staying with me. When I say people, I mean not necessarily people that are related to me. I mean people in general. I mean, that can be strangers, but I'd rather know the people that live in my Earthship with me. But I want to start not an Earthship crew, but like an Earthship colony, I guess you could call it. So, what the hell happened, chat? Where is everybody? I'm gonna start busting a Hassan Piker. I'm trying to do like 8 hours of freaking live stream every day. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Sugar on my tongue, tongue, tongue. Your body is so sweet, sweet, sweet. Invite me if you come, come, come. You're what I like to eat, eat, Eat sugar on my tongue. I'm sorry, that song is stuck in my head. The opening. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell the world. Okay. Flip flops do not need to be under the sedan. All right, coffee. Stop talking. Make coffee. Because I will be a zombie until that is completed. I'm actually supposed to do something interesting today. I live in California, so I have to be a little bit on the DL with this, okay? But I'm supposed to be having a trip today, if you know what I mean. Jesus, you can't even see my face, man. I look like a black mage with the hoodie on. Straight up look like a black mage, man. Maybe if I wore a darker hat. I know the background has a lot to do with it, but I'm not trying to. Let's see. What if I go like that? So, I guess it's a little bit better. I definitely need a shave. I'm not liking all this facial hair. It needs to go. I got text to reply to too. I will do that after I have coffee. Boom. Where is my coffee? Boom. Okay, that fire actually could get started as soon as possible right now. So, okay. So, actually, this is a Ask Me Anything. Aren't you guys supposed to be asking me questions? There's 2 of y'all in here, according to my screen. Ask questions. No question is too far, okay? You can ask me anything. I'll tell you everything. I was going to say ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies, but I wouldn't lie to your ass anyway, I'm going to be honest. Like, I find it a lot easier to keep track of the truth than it is to keep track of a lie. So, I just tell the truth. And so this is my premium wood. I use this wood every morning. I'm lying, I don't use this wood every morning. Otherwise it wouldn't be here. But plan on starting my fire with this. I do, however, want to put you guys up on game on how I use said wood in said fire. Okay, don't tell me that I rotate. Damn it, just give me my freaking cell phone right now, because we need it. We need it for stuff and things. And tell your mom, and tell your dad, and tell the world. Okay, this is where y'all are going. And I don't know how this is gonna work out yet, so don't expect too much from me, chat. All right. I'm not a streamer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a mechanic. I'm a radical leftist. Freaking. So yeah. Boom. I'm a radical leftist here. Okay. I'm not sure if that means I'm dangerous, but I guess if the administration were smart, they probably would label me as dangerous. Because I'm trying to change the world, y'all. Boom. Okay, up. I said up, damn you. There we go. And up. And turn. And there we go. Now you guys can see what the hell I'm about to be doing over here. And if it's not perfect, sue me, I'm sorry. I gotta hurry up and get this started before it starts raining, because it is definitely looking pretty brutal today. I might be stuck in my van, which is honestly really depressing. I don't like being stuck in there all day. even though I've been doing that since I've been van lifing. Where can I put you guys? Trying to put you somewhere where you can see me. Well, I guess see me in the van is good enough, right? Okay. And I wanted you to see the hobo stove too. I wanted you guys to see how I make coffee every morning, because I know some of y'all can't live without coffee, and I am not gonna judge you, because guess what? We are the same people. Okay, this tripod is really old. I need to replace it. I had two of them. One of them broke, and I threw it away. And then this one broke right after. And then I was like, damn, I should have just kept the old one. Boom, boom. Nope, that's too far over. Okay, that's good enough for now. It looks like it's gonna fall, but that's fine. As long as it gets the shot before it does. Alright. It's time for some coffee. It's time for some coffee. And, ooh, yes, it is sharp. Don't let freaking my overt and freaking brimling manliness fool you. It does hurt. But what would hurt more is if it started raining and I didn't have coffee. So we're getting started on that right now. Huzzah. I think I'm gonna spend the morning cleaning up my van, and then after that, gonna take you guys on a little walk with me. You may end up down. That keeps happening. There we go. There's another big ass piece that went over there under there the first day I got here. I would grab it, but I'm not trying to get that dirty. Okay. Several blocks like this, used the correct way, are all I need to make my coffee in the morning. So, there's one. I do want to use this, however, because I'm not sure what kind of wood this is, but it burns for a good long time, and if you get a couple of slivers, like an inch and a half thick of this, it's perfect. I just eyed a easier piece of wood to cut right now, but it's probably got varnish on it, so I'm not trying to use that too much. Did find other wood, but it had like paint and other grossness on it, so I'm not trying to use that either. But the stuff, I'm not even sure what it is. It just works really well though. It feels like hardwood, but I'm pretty sure by how light it is that it's not. But we're gonna cut a couple of these off just so I can start cycling through this stuff. Even though I should kind of save it for dry stuff. Reality is, I can't use the stove inside of the van. There's no exhaust, and it already smells smoky in there. Just using this outside of the van, so not trying to get too crazy with that. Come on. Also, I just realized I'm still wearing pajamas. Ignore that. Because I just woke up. Damn. It looks so messed up in here. It looks a lot more messed up than it actually is. Alright. Don't want to use that bag yet. Fast food paper bag. So I'm probably just gonna ramble while we're here. Um, Probably just gonna tell you guys how life is like this, and check in and see what's what. I don't see any comments, so there's not really any reason to change anything. Once I start seeing the comments flowing, then I'll start changing things. I'll start answering questions when there are questions to be answered. Like, hey Dan, why are you wearing pajamas? Shouldn't you be up and going to work? Guess what? I want this to be my job. I want to wake up, turn on my live, freaking. Honestly, I don't want to do 8 hours a day, even though I do, of this, but it depends on how the earnings look. Right now, I do mobile mechanic work for my income. I own my own mobile mechanic service. I'm like one of the cheapest guys out there, and I'm still kind of having a hard time finding business. I don't have a hard time finding business. The business that I get is always like the hardest business, if that makes any sense. It's never like, oh, can you do my brakes? Even though I just had that happen last week, or yeah, last Thursday, I had a brake job, but their brakes weren't even bad, so I couldn't charge them anything more than like $40 for the visit, even though I was supposed to charge them $60. Couldn't charge much more than $40. I don't like taking things from people, especially in modern day society with things getting harder every day. I feel like people need every little bit they can get, and you can kind of see how I'm living. And here's the crazy thing: I've had roommates in apartments. I I've been in houses since I was in large houses, nice houses, as well as small ones, but mostly, you know, bigger, nicer houses by myself for a large period of time, because that's how my mom rolls. So from a child to when I moved back in the day, you know, I was doing that. And it's not pleasant, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like it. I don't like big ass houses. So, no. Oh, didn't work. Oh, of course it wouldn't work. Of course it won't work right now. So, this won't light, chat. This won't light. For some reason, it won't light. So I know it's full because I just filled it up last night, but my Flint, I don't know what's going on with these Zippos. I have two of them. One, for some reason, uh, won't even spark really. This one sparks so. See if I can get some heat in it, what'll happen. And then I let someone borrow my lighter last week, and they just walk off with it. And been a bit upset about that because I already went through my backup lighter. God, that van looks so junky, y'all. Look at that. It looks junky, but it really isn't that bad. It's just a small space, so anything you do, anything you do looks pretty bad if you're not cleaning it up right after, which is another reason why I like van life, because I noticed that certain people who own homes, they live very, very atrocious lives, like very, very questionable lifestyles, and they own homes. Also, a lot of the stuff that I see out in the desert, up here in the mountains, well, up here in the hills, I noticed that it comes from houses. A lot of people from houses are the main ones dirtying everything up, just shitting on the environment, and I refuse to participate in that. So, kind of living my own life, doing my own thing, my own way, and point to where I could say, not only does that make me more comfortable, that it makes me happy to do said things my way. I will be signing off pretty soon here, mainly because of the fact that I watch a show every morning from like 9 to 12 called The Majority Report. So I probably will take off and come back. Um, just so that way I could keep up on the news. And it's the only real progressive network around here. Look at this. Look at that. Does it zoom? Hey, I can zoom, y'all. I didn't know that. Look at it. I figured somebody would ask me where I am by now. Why hasn't anyone asked me where I'm at? Huh? Huh? Eh? And if you're a subscriber, you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time. Hey, I love you guys. You guys get special privileges. Especially if you live in the IE area. Actually, it doesn't matter where you live, because I'm going to be road tripping very soon here to multiple states. Like I want to road trip to find my forever home, which isn't real. I don't believe that's real. A forever home for human beings, especially people like me with my genetic heritage. And I'm not saying African American. What kind of African my family's from, I would say that would be counterintuitive to our mental health. So yeah, but this is the setup. Let me show you guys. So this is a Don Francisco's coffee can, and I have another one in the van right there. You can barely see it, but one of these. It's great coffee too. This is supposed to be my night coffee. I meant to buy some, but I spent a bunch of money on fast food, and then I was too broke to actually get some. But I just slit some holes in the bottom with a knife, put some more holes in the top with the same set knife, and I opened the ones in the top more so it could get a little bit more air. And then I grabbed my Bauer Harbor Freight 18 volt, well 20 volt leaf blower. And I really don't need it now, but if I ever had to, I could just give it a little blow. And it has a freaking decent switch. This blower is better than the Ryobi. Do not buy the Ryobi. Buy this instead. It's cheap. It's good. The switch is quality. This switch is quality. Buy this, okay? But it keeps me from having to blow the fire. And it makes life a lot easier. So something about fire just makes me feel at ease. I don't know what it is, but I definitely feel a lot better when there's a fire going. Okay, so... Oh, Lauren left. She said, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go AFK. Okay, so I can't check text messages while I'm on here. I'm probably gonna get cussed out. I just blocked 2 people that I talked to the most last night. I don't know what she's talking about, and I'm almost afraid to look at it. We should stay friends with benefits. Don't interfere with my personal life, and I won't interfere with yours. Make love with no love involved. Simple, you needed a replacement for Tati. Oh God. And I'll be that when you're here. Nothing more and nothing less. Yeah, that's why I blocked her last night. I blocked my other friend last night too, because she's like, she's like fucking... I'm sick of people being super disrespectful. Like, I swear the last week, I've been hung up on like 30 times, and for no reason, nearly every time. And it's like, you know what? Why give people me who don't want me? You get me? Like, why give people you if they don't want you? You know, and it's like those same people that don't want you, okay, will call you, they'll waste your time, they'll they'll literally be on the phone with me and not be saying anything. And I'm at a point now to where I'm like kind of just over that whole scenario of um you're gonna call me and not say anything. You can see how this works now. Hold on, let me flip you guys around. So I can use this two ways. I use my star wrench just because it's available and I don't have to go make or do anything with that. I was going to use that can right there to make a better version of this. But with wood in there and not too much wood, just kind of keep it to like the bottom third of the hobo stove, and you're kindling on top of it, or you're kindling to get it going. You can see the flame in there, right? I've realized that that's actually more effective than using the star wrench and packing that thing full of wood, unless I'm going to blow this on it the whole time. It still takes about 20 minutes to make a cup of coffee, which is a long time. I'm used to having butane or propane and just kicking that sucker on 4 or 5 minutes, it's done. And it's a lot cleaner than using wood because all of that black. This used to be a very good looking red and chrome espresso maker, and now it's covered with sap from wood because I started off just using, like I said, wood that I found around here, and it was kind of an experiment. This whole thing was an experiment that kind of worked out for me because it was saving me money. And when I'm not eating out or anything like that, that butane it can get expensive because you can go through a container a week, and that's not a lot of money. But when you don't have an option, when you don't have butane, it creates an issue, okay? And that issue is you have food, you have water, you have coffee, you get me? You have tea, but you don't have any way to make any of it. And it's like, no, simpler solutions, you get me? So I'm trying to stick to this. I don't want to say till the end of the year because it's going to start raining and getting shitty, so I'm going to get butane. Just look at this weather. Look at these clouds. Sunny California, y'all. That's where I'm at. So I'm definitely going to modify things. Oh my god, it is so beautiful today. Oh my god. Look at that. I know it's not real easy to pick up on my phone because my phone's crappy, but it's definitely, oh shit, almost dropped you guys. Definitely beautiful. Here's the van. I'll give you guys a quick walk around. Yeah, I know I need a tire. I hate it when people tell me that, like I don't realize I need a tire. But yeah, I need to close this so we're not dealing with as much cold. Damn. Even the button's locked. Oh, look at that. Look at that. No one's watching. Everyone left? Everyone left me. No one loves me. Loves me. Okay. So, if everyone left, that means that I can start doing what I want to do this morning, which is kind of dumb. Oh, damn. 2 people came back already. I don't think this is accurate. Not a single comment. People pop in and out real fast. Like sugar on my tongue. I wonder, could I do Live Plus? No, because then I'd have to use YouTube for both of those. It would be nice to be able to do Live Plus watch the Majority Report, which is why I'm thinking about getting another phone and another plan just for Live. Like literally, it's like, I'm not sure which phone I should use. I feel like a Live phone, well, okay, I know which phones I want, but the ones I want are kind of like hefty and they don't fit into regular carriers. They're tough phones, rugged phones. So, that's working all right. I was gonna blow it, but I can see flames in there. As long as I can see flames in there, it should be good. But I was gonna get a rugged smartphone, so that way I could use it in the rain in more uh, harsh conditions, regardless if it was live or not. I'm not really a live person. I'm not really a streamer. I'm more of a YouTuber. I like to say prophetic and philosophical things. Um, I like to comment on politics, on car culture, on gaming culture. Like that's one thing I've been dying to do is actually play some fighting games. Like I think all of the other games are dumb. Like I hate to say it, but like unless it's like uh, competition, unless you're competing with each other, I kind of don't see the point in gaming. Like yeah, the stories are interesting. RPGs used to be my favorite, so I understand how you guys think about that, how you guys feel about that, if that's what you're into. But as I got older, as I got more skilled, um, where it's at is definitely, and I'm not even gonna say uh, FPSs, first person shooters. It's in 2D platformers, not even 3D fighters, 2D platformers, because 3Ds have the sidestep, which makes it interesting, so like Tekken and stuff like that. But once you get into high level Tekken, it's so garbage, dude. Like it is garbage. Once you get into high level Dragon Ball Fighter Z, like this is supposed to be a gaming channel. I did everything on this channel before. Then I was just gonna do gaming and maybe politics, which I didn't realize was a great mix. I could have stumbled into that years ago, before Trump's first term. And God, dude, like I'd have like well over 1 million subscribers right now if I stuck to that. But I wanted to be a teacher, so wasn't trying to start a whole bunch of BS with the community. When I say BS, I mean like the polarization, how people think, and the term liberal, dude. Like just like it's almost like nobody likes liberals. It's almost like disgusting to hear people speak of liberals that way because liberals are the ones who got us fucking uh or maybe progressives, but at the same time liberals are the ones who fucking, had the audacity to fight the Civil War to end slavery. Liberals are the ones who are the reason why we have a Labor Day. Okay, I would call those people liberal, right? I've always seen those people as liberal, but maybe the definition of liberal is just wrong. Maybe it's been progressive this entire time. Um, Maybe liberals really are awful because they pretend to be nice, but they're just kind of like, hey man, you're just making too many waves. Like, I don't really know at this point anymore. But if you're curious about what I am, I consider myself a radical leftist. I actually consider myself the only radical leftist, unless you own a Star Trek uniform and you want to ban money, um, as I do, from the face of the earth, then you're not as far left as I am. Um, all of the things that the right wing used to say that I thought was crazy, like, oh, they're Marxist, they want to ban private property, and I'm like, how can anything work without private property? Um, and then I started diving into Marx because I kept hearing it over and over again. One thing about the right wing is they'll tell you the solutions to the problem and they'll demonize you for it, unintentionally, unironically. Okay? Oh, they don't believe in private property. They go out and say that. It's like I've never heard a single liberal say that ever, ever, ever. This is when I used to identify as liberal. So it was always like, it always had me puzzled and confused why these people would say these things. And I didn't believe in any of those things. And that's when I realized it's because there is no such thing as a liberal. There are conservatives and conservatives that call them something else by a different name. And then there are progressives. You get me? That's the reality of the world. It took me until, damn, I'm 40 now. It took me until I was in my late 30s to find that out. I used to hate the idea of like, people just bad mouthing liberals. I saw Dr. King as a liberal, Malcolm X as a liberal. No, those are radical leftists. That's why they shot them, because they're radical leftists. And the radical leftists aren't just looking for solutions to problems for community. They're looking for solutions for everyone. That's what Jesus was, a radical leftist. Okay, and that's what it means to be a radical leftist. You're looking to be a radical empath. So anybody who calls themselves a conservative and Christian, they're antichrist. Like right out the bat, you should just automatically label them with that brand because that's what that is. It's a commercialized, dumbed down. They believe Santa Claus is real. George Carlin said it. I thought he was being an asshole. He said it. He fucking said it, man. Uh, these people will be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this. Oh, Santa Claus. I wonder if he's got something in his sack for me." Like, I thought he was crazy. I thought he was being cruel. I thought he was being an asshole. I thought that was his shtick, right? No, he was right, dude. He was absolutely right. Some of these people do not have a fucking grasp on reality. And like I said, they're antichrist, dude. They're not on your side, they're not on my side, they're on no one's side but their own. And even then, it's like they're not even on their own side because they're so easily tricked into doing things against themselves. Alright, you guys are going back on there. Boom. Up. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. I may get away with that one piece of wood, y'all. Light my cigarette, damn you. Come on, light it. Oh, that actually worked. Yeah, new rule. I'm only putting these bad boys down for 5 minutes if someone subscribes. Let's that sound was, and I don't want to know. Alright. Oh, yes. Like sugar on my tongue, tongue, tongue. Your body is so sweet, sweet. I'm sorry. I'm happy. I have coffee. Lauren, if you're back, say something. You guys hear the drama I deal with? It's always drama with women. It's never just like simplicity, simple understandings that we both agree upon. It's always like things get freaking muddled up, and I'm not sure if that's my fault, if I'm picking if my picker's broken or what. But last night, after getting hung up on twice, okay, after being like a spectator, you guys kind of heard what she said about the whole, oh, I got cardio in last night. It's like, dude, like I'm kind of sick of being that guy who's like, you know, just one of many guys. Like I don't like that. It's getting on my nerves. And while I do have genuine interest in a particular person right now, like just the way that they behave, I don't think I want to pursue that either. Either, I guess is a better way to say it. So, you guys stay there. I really want to change this. I'm not wearing a shirt under here is what bothers me right now. I swear I look like a black mage. I'm not wearing a shirt under this, and I want a shirt. Um, but I don't know if that's realistic right now or not. But since there's all that tar from the burning freaking bushes on here, I use this to get that off. And now I think we're gonna have oatmeal this morning, y'all. One of my favorite things to eat. And it may sound gross to you, but I don't give a damn. Let me make sure I say that. Oatmeal and peanut butter. And like I said, it may sound gross to you, don't give a damn, alright? But I think I want me some of that today. I think I want some maple brown sugar oatmeal with a couple of heaping tablespoons of crunchy peanut butter in it. I just gotta find my breakfast cup, because it's a thermal cup, but it's meant for breakfast, and get that started. So we're going on round 2 with the kettle, with the espresso kettle. Sounds like I'm speaking Spanish, huh? The espresso kettle. An espresso kettle. Okay, hopefully this lights up. I think it will. Boom, boom. Little trick. Keep the heat in there. Is throw on the actual kettle itself. Once that lights off, we'll back off for a bit. Also, I noticed that this thing went very good when I used this last time, so that's what we're doing this time. I think I'm gonna overpack that just a little bit this time too. Voila. Voila. Get another one of these. cut in there. Alright. I feel like throwing this whole block in there just so it'll burn for a long time. But that just looks too big. Right in the finger. Probably gonna bleed later, but it's okay. I ain't got time to bleed. Oh. Okay, that's not exactly where it's supposed to be, but still acceptable. Ah, got smoke in my eye. That might be fine. I did want to throw a little bit more in there. Too much is just as bad as that one. Actually, a little bit worse because you get a lot more smoke. Yeah, I do want more in there. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Let's get these nails out of the way. I'm not gonna worry about those later. Ooh. Ooh. Smoky. Smoky, smoky. Come on. Viola. Now. Ow. Hits me in the finger every time. Alright. Nails and all. Alright. Okay. That's good enough. Okay, we're just gonna let that bad boy cook. And now, this is what I'm gonna use for my oatmeal. So, little secret, y'all. A lot of the stuff you see me with, like this, my Yeti, I have two thermoses in there. You can see the green or mint and pink one there. I should say something more masculine like salmon, right? But no, pink. Freaking the mint and green one there. There's also a gray and black one, silver and black one right there. All of those things I got for free, okay? And that's just being in the right place at the right time and not being afraid to pick up a loose freaking thermal. You get me? Thermos. Oh, I almost died right now. And This saw, free, okay? Somebody just left it. In America, we tend to just leave things behind. And a lot of people, instead of going back and looking for it, they'll just trash it. They'll just say, oh, it's gone. I'm never going to find it again. And they'll leave things for weeks, months in places. And I'm the type of person to where it's like, okay, that's obviously been sitting there for a while. It's like the saw blade. This thing was just open and showing, so I could have gotten injured by this, so I definitely enjoy taking this thing with me. And it folds, which is even better. So perfect for my living situation. Um, hold on. Okay, I don't see anything, but I do want. Okay, whatever. Right now we can just get all the nasty shit out first. Alright. Et voila. Okay, mostly clean. We need some Dawn in that too, though. Make this better. I just don't know where the Dawn is. Oh, here we go. And you only need like a couple of drops of this shit. You don't need a lot. Dawn, realize Dawn sticks around, so don't use a lot of it or you'll taste it in your food. I didn't realize for a long time that some people that were doing dishes in my old living situation were using way too much of that. And that's with the regular house with running water and all that stuff. So I learned over the years, just use less of it. Use a very minimal amount of it, and it'll change how your food tastes. So that's where I'm at. Oh shit! Right on my crotch. So I have some more builds, some more stuff I want to build, so you guys can see how much better that looks. I didn't show it to you when it was dirty. Oops. But I want to show you guys some future builds that I have planned for this van. So I want to fix the tire, get a full-size spare. I do want smaller tires than these. So maybe like 20 millimeters smaller, something like that. So they're going to be 55s instead of 75s because they rub right now. And that drives me crazy. So I want to get a roof heated water system. What I really want to build is a roof rack that carries all of my solar, my batteries, and my water, okay? I want a small heated water tank so I can take showers with my tent with no problem. And I also want a large unheated tank and a mixer so I can mix the two. So if I heat the regular tank all the way up and I mix the two, I can get water that's in the neighborhood of like 90 degrees, which is pretty freaking good. Really? Oh, hey, Lauren, I didn't realize you were back. What's going on? I'm sorry. I've been freaking working and rambling right now. Um, I'm about to make some oatmeal. I'm about to make a higher protein oatmeal right now. I'm about to make oatmeal and peanut butter. Sounds gross, but it's one of my favorite things to eat. Maple brown sugar oatmeal and peanut butter. But long story short, freaking once I get the roof rack built, see if you guys can see it right now. Top of it. So there's the regular rack right now, right? It's just those three points, right? You can't see that one because the door's in the way. But I had 4 of them because I bought 4 of them online a long time ago when I was installing my solar. So what I want to build is going to basically use the ends and the centers of those, probably all in the same spots, right? But we're going to basically build it to hold so many gallons of water for showers, washing, doing dishes, because I'm tired of using drinking water for doing dishes. I have 10 gallons of water inside now, which is fine. That actually works really good. I would like to carry more, but that's all extra weight you got to carry off-road, and I off-road this quite a bit, and in way more precarious places than most 4x4 people off-road their vehicles, because they don't know what they're doing. Like, they're just getting it for the culture, right? So it's a different scenario for me. On top of that, I would like to have my battery bank up there. I want to upgrade my solar to something in the neighborhood of like if I can get 1200 watts up there, I want that with a controller. And lastly, I need a heating element and storage. I don't want any tools up there. I want to be able in the summertime to put my winter clothes up top, and in the wintertime to put my summer clothes up top. That way there's no storage up there. I think there's no storage down here that's being used for something that can go up there. I also want a motorcycle. I don't know why I'm gonna get a motorcycle instead of an e-bike, but it just seems a bit easier to get a motorcycle, fix it up a bit, throw some gas in it, ride it until the wheels fall off. Hopefully I'm not on it when the wheels fall off, and then go from there. Like, that's the plan, y'all. And once all of that pans out, look at that. Once all of that pans out, I'll be able to, do deliveries in my spare time to make some extra income. The goal is, and I need to set a deadline for this, the goal really is to have enough money to buy land. A reasonable goal would be by the end of 2026. So if I spend all of 2026 on my grind, which is why I just had that conversation with my friend right now. If I spend all of 2026 on my grind, there's a very good chance I'll hit that goal. And that means doing live streams like this all the time, okay? Also means road tripping a bit. Like, I don't want to just stick where the money is. I know that's kind of like the point, but I need to do some exploration as well. So maybe like a couple of weeks out of that year, if the earnings are, not there, because I don't think West Texas is going to bring up the money the way I want. And I'm not moving to Texas because I hate California. Let me make sure I say that. Moving to Texas because of the dark skies and astronomy. That's why Texas is even on the list. Okay, look at that. Ugh. I'm trying to do this without knocking over or anything. Especially my coffee. Come on out. There we go. This fridge, I spent $300 on this fridge, and it broke inside of a year of me having it. $300 down the drain, y'all. Pretty depressing, but the real depressing part is that I haven't been able to store groceries, like meat and everything else, in here because this fridge broke. And that's been the biggest slap in the face, because I used to do salads with cold cuts in it, and oh God, like, I felt healthier. I didn't get any muscle cramps. You get me? Like, I used to train a lot too. So salads with cold cuts. And then the great thing about salad, you can eat as much of it as you want. Granted, I did drench it in ranch, I'm not gonna lie. But the primary goal wasn't necessarily to it was to lose weight, but on the days I was eating, like, nah, like, that wasn't the goal. So the ranch wasn't a big deal. The ranch was a big deal. Wasn't a big deal at all, because I'd basically be fasting outside of that, so I wouldn't be eating at all. So, like, once I did eat, the ranch didn't matter. You get me? Okay, you guys are just going to be there. Yeah, it is fucking gorgeous today. It looks like it's gonna rain. So I'm gonna have oatmeal. I need to accelerate this process, make this water boil faster, and there are ways to do that. You guys may bear witness to it right now, because some of those clouds, when you start seeing in San Bernardino, you start seeing these clouds start to get low like that and split up and get a little bit darker. Usually those look like rain clouds. It's about to rain. Yeah, we need to hurry up. Those clouds are cereal, so it's time for us to get cereal. Okay, and look, the little nail that was in the piece of wood, it's gonna help out right now. Pokey pokey. And then flip it back that way. And we're gonna just cram that bad boy in there. If there was another piece of wood that was readily available, that one's closed, but no cigar. It's way too big. It's just too big. Just part of the reason I don't like this thing, but part of the reason why I like it is because, I mean, it just works. Small. I don't need to freaking go ham on everything all the time with it. Oh, actually, you know what? We can do this way. But we're gonna try to get this water to boil up as quickly as possible. And this is the easy way to do it. You can even see stuff oozing out of that piece of wood. It's getting stuck in my Okay. Hey, it was already getting started. Just had to be patient. I'm not sure where that water came from. We're gonna assume definitely works. Huzzah. Huzzah. Okay, now I'm ready for a cold, rainy day. And I also feel like I should make some tea. I have tea right there. So, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Right now, I think we are going to try to set things up to where... Okay, so I don't know what happened there. I didn't push anything, like I just moved the phone around a bit. And push anything, like I just moved the phone around a bit. No, sir, my van is not built out. What's creepy is your profile picture looks like me with a different pair of sunglasses on. That's why I looked at your picture. But it's, I guess you could say it's kind of built out. It looks so bad right now. It looks bad because I went grocery shopping. I didn't put everything away, so there's a bunch of stuff out. Plus I'm cooking, all that stuff right now. So don't judge me. But inside, my fridge is pulled out, so it looks bad. That's my ottoman slash toilet slash trash bag slash dirty clothes hamper. I only use that when I really have to. And that means like there's no place to do the cat move where you just dig a hole and go out there. But yeah, freaking, she basically has a table, a bed. This bed is 70 by 70 inches. She's got solar up top. Boom. And she also has freaking I want to say 4-inch foam topper with another 2-inch pillow topper underneath it. In the wintertime, I throw the foam or the down topper on top. And in the summertime, I throw it in the bottom. So since it was summer, the foam topper's up top. But these two usually go on top, and that foam topper's starting to shred on me. So like, I'm probably going to replace that soon enough. Outside of that, we have a 100 amp hour battery and a 30 amp hour battery combined for 230 amp hours. Does pretty good most of the time. I have a solar charge controller. Right. That is my freaking screen, my camera dirty, my lens dirty. But we have a solar charge controller right behind all that wiring and my face mask. I still wear face masks, yes. Not all the time, but often. Come on, go to the dark spot. Go to the dark spot, bro. The darkest spot you can. If I close this door, maybe it'll get dark enough to expose correctly. There we go. So yeah, there's the solar charge controller right there. 750 watt inverter from Walmart, and that thing actually has been on for probably the better part of 30 consecutive days so far. I have my TV. I have a sound bar right there that I use for music whenever I'm entertaining or stuff like that. If it's just me, I use the little tiny box on top of the TV, the little tiny Bluetooth speaker that doesn't work on Bluetooth. It turns off on Bluetooth, but I got it for free $99. Outside of that, everything else is kind of like, there's my boosted board. That thing hasn't worked in like a year, so I need to buy an ESC so I can start riding it again, and batteries. That's pretty much it. Like, there's not a whole bunch to it. Like, oh, and I also have a diesel heater that's right back there. You could just see the conduit, the ducting for it right there. And there's a gas tank, fuel tank for diesel right there. But and there's the controller on the wall. But all of those together are basically what make everything work here. So it's actually pretty decent to experience. It's not a bad deal. I feel really comfortable in this van. I feel more comfortable. This is the sad part. I feel more. Oh, there's nobody here. I feel more comfortable in this van than I do in a house or an apartment now. And there's a reason for that. I think a lot of people go, "Oh, you're living a hard life, this, that, and the other." And for me, it's like, so look out the window. That's what I see every day, and this lens does not do it justice. Okay, because you're only seeing things in 2 dimensions with one lens, right? So like, if you were to close one eye, that's how everything looks on camera. But with stereoscopic vision, it is freaking gorgeous out here. Like, you guys don't understand. Even with the litter bugs and everything else, it's still freaking gorgeous out here. So that's one benefit. The other benefit is that, unlike someone who lives in a traditional home, when they have an issue with their neighbors, they go through that for months at least. And I mean, like 6 or 7 months of having neighbors that are, loud, rambunctious, possibly violent. I don't have to deal with any of that. If I ever have bad neighbors, I just start my shit and I go. You get me? I just leave. And if they start following me, I call the freaking Rouses and they stop them for me. You get me? Like, hey, I'm a van lifer, a nomad, and I have this vehicle that's following me. Make sure I already have their tag and everything else. And there's this gentleman driving it. I'm not sure what his issue is. I don't even want to be pulled over near that man. Just, can you send somebody out? I'm not going to stop driving until you guys get here. Yeah. And usually officers will respond fairly quick to those calls. So I feel like my life in the van is probably better than most other people's lives. And I don't think you're ever going to realize it until you're out here, until you're living this kind of life. So yeah. But freaking, it is time for breakfast. And for breakfast, I'm gonna have Great Value maple brown sugar oatmeal. Okay, it's not an advertisement. And oh, I actually did buy the Great Value crunchy peanut butter. I thought I bought the Jif. Damn, I feel like I got scammed right now because I know I thought, hey, be money conscious because that's the whole point of doing this. Yeah, but now I feel like I got ripped off. I freaking could have sworn I threw Jif in that basket and just said screw it. But I guess not. Not Jif. I think it was Skippy, the green container. Peanut butter does taste different via the brand. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Ooh, I was gonna lick that, but it looks too papery for my taste. Too much paper for my taste. Voila. And here's the secret that nobody will tell you. This adds a bunch of protein to your oatmeal. Ooh, it's hot. A fitness influencer will tell you it adds a bunch of fat, which is true, but it adds a bunch of good fat to your oatmeal. So I think the first scoop on a fresh container of peanut butter is something to behold. Looks like there's a little piece of paper in there. Guess what? We're not going to worry about it. I literally smoke cigarettes, you guys. I literally smoke cigarettes. So I think I have more qualms with the plastic container than anything else. Yeah, this is definitely not the same quality peanut butter I'm used to, but I haven't had peanut butter in a while. And last time I got a giant Great Value creamy peanut butter, and while I don't mind creamy peanut butter is my favorite thing to eat. It's just like, it makes you fat, dude. So, 2 tablespoons, that was like 4 tablespoons, probably 8 tablespoons, realistically. So 2 tablespoons, 32 grams, which is probably what I need to start doing, is weighing my food, is 190 calories. From those calories, total fat is 14 grams of fat, dude. Think about that. Saturated fat's 2.5 grams or 13%, so that's insane. That's of your daily value. So I'm probably getting 90 something percent of saturated fat. Total carbs 9 grams. That's actually not super bad. Sugar is 4 grams. Added sugar is 4%. 2 grams of added sugar. So realistically, probably not awful. Protein is 7 grams though. The thing about peanut butter that they really don't tell you is that peanut butter naturally, even the shitty peanut butter, has good fats in it, okay? So even though this is the cheap Walmart stuff, which is kind of depressing because I'm stuck with this for next few weeks, but freaking there is a benefit just in the actual peanut butter itself. There are good fats in it, which is why I like to throw in my oatmeal. I'll actually eat anything that can be eaten with peanut butter, to be completely honest, because peanut butter is like one of my favorite things to consume. Walmart is a bit sketchy though. I don't always trust their products. It tastes alright. That's a familiar flavor. So yeah, I love peanut butter. Funny thing is, if you ask me what my favorite cookie is, you probably think peanut butter, right? Oh, no. Oatmeal? No. Because I'm eating peanut butter and oatmeal, right? No, actually, neither one of those. Chocolate chip is my favorite. It always will be my favorite. So, I need to start paying attention to these comments more. Welcome to live chat. To guard your privacy, abide the community guidelines. I don't know exactly what the community guidelines are yet, so I need to actually read through that. But it's gorgeous out here, y'all. Absolutely fantastically gorgeous. And it doesn't get old. I do feel stagnant at times, but being up here does not get old. I'm probably gonna change locations either today or tomorrow, just because there's other areas over here that you can drive and park. I found another spot that's actually got no trash there. It's got some pieces of concrete, but no real trash there. And while I didn't see any like wood and stuff like that, it's still freaking still kind of looks better than this as far as aesthetics go, right? So I may start filming from over there just to make it prettier, because I know some people are vain and they want beautiful stuff. Midnight, are you still in here? It says there's only one person in here. I don't know who my one watcher is, but thank you. I've just been talking to you this whole time. My one watch, my one like. I feel like it's Marcus. When I say not Lauren Marcus, I feel like it's the other Marcus. There's another Marcus. Even the Lauren, you're a doll. I appreciate you. Um, Freaking, there's another Marcus that I was the only one watching his live stream for like 3 hours. It was great. It was really cool too. Freaking, we think the same on a lot of stuff. Um, he's aware of a lot of things that a lot of people aren't aware of. I would like to start baiting people with and I know that sounds annoying, but it is what it is, you guys. Like, you got to get some attention somehow. With really deep conversations, because that's how I think. I'm a deep thinker. I'm not some surface level, keep it simple, stupid type of person. All right, I'm not that guy. If you want that guy, there's plenty of people out there like that. Okay, that's how the masses think. Like, if you want the same old, you can get that from anywhere. I'm also not one of those people that think, oh, I got this information, so I'm smarter than everybody else. Especially if it's something that lacks empathy or logic or reason, which I noticed is kind of a trend with those guys. I also noticed that it's usually males that do that, which is not me trying to say anything about my own sex or gender or whatever. But I noticed a lot of dudes have a real hard time taking new information, validating it or invalidating it, and moving based on that. Also, reappraising the information you already have is another thing I notice a lot of people have an issue with. And I would like that to change. So, I'm literally only supposed to have this like once every couple of days with the peanut butter. I'm probably going to have this again later on today. Actually, I'm not supposed to eat today. I wasn't supposed to eat yesterday either. I just got a bunch of junk food yesterday and I can't resist. I can't resist certain types of junk food. A, Girl Scout cookies. Number one weakness. Hands down. If the CIA ever wanted to kill me, all they have to do, they wouldn't have to poison me. They wouldn't have to give me cancer. All they'd have to do is put enough Girl Scouts in my area. Especially if they're cute. I have 6 sisters, okay? So that whole cute little girl thing, it's not like some Epstein shit. It's like the exact opposite. It's like they instantly turn into my daughter, my little sister. You get me? Extremely protective over little girls. Little boys too, over children. Extremely protective over children. Let me just say that. But, little Girl Scouts can fucking probably just take my wallet as long as they're giving me the goods. And when I say the goods, the cookies. It's chocolate mint cookies. Oh no. I'm done. Freaking, she could probably get me to marry her mom if she has enough of those cookies. My mom's single and lonely. It's like, oh, your mom seems like she's fucking insane. She makes the Girl Scout cookies. It's like, I'm marrying your mom right now. Getting married. Lauren, please don't judge me. For some reason, I'm slipping into my Zippo game. This thing should light. It has a flint from a Bic. Okay? The pedestal's been taken out. It was filled up yesterday. And it's been too cold for it to run out in a short amount of time. I think the wheel is just like old. And I don't think you can replace that wheel. And if you can, I don't have the riveter to replace it. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it's a rivet right there. So, but the wheel's like, I've never heard of a wheel freaking going. Well, I've heard of a wheel going bad in a Zippo one time from a very old man, but he had his Zippo for like over 20 years. And I was in college when I met him. His name was Dan, actually. So yeah, freaking Dan. It's old white dude, suspenders, hat with a little feather in it. Dude was oozing drip, right? Very fun fellow to be around too. Um, he's the one who told me that, I think it was a Zippo. He had the one that was on him for 20 years, but he had another one. I want to say it was his grandfather's. That when Zippo was still new, his actual wheel wore out. It was one of the original Zippo guys, and he was old back in 2003. He was already gray. Had to be like late 50s, early 60s. You can't tell these days. I bumped into a woman. I had just turned 30, and it was a big deal for me. I was in college, wanted to get my shit together. It's been 10 years now. That's insane. I wanted to get my shit together, become a teacher, and I said I was 30. One of the students I was just, shooting the shit with loses his mind. Holy shit, you're 30? I'm like, dude, come on, not that big of a deal. You look really young. I'm like, not that big of a deal. And then there was another woman that was standing next to us, and I'm thinking, she's got to be 41, 42, right? At least she's got to be in her 40s, pushing 50, right? She goes, he's losing his shit for a reason, sir. So you're 30. Guess what? I'm 31. And I was like, ugh. Ugh. You just have a mature look. That's what I said. But yeah, she looked like she was older for sure. And she knew I was full of shit too. And then she was trying to get friendly with me afterward, and I'm like, I don't date old ladies. Kidding, I didn't say that. But I was there for education. So my first couple of years there, I was not trying to talk to anyone like that. Hmm. Also, like, I prefer not to date someone that I'm around all the time. Damn, is this really dropping to 0? That bugs the shit out of me. I've tried to fix that so many times. And it's dirty too, and I want to clean it. When I first got this van, it only had a couple of sags in the headliner, but I want to replace that headliner with something custom and nice. I just don't know exactly what yet. And I definitely don't want to deal with these panels like this anymore, because that's just like, it's just a headache. I know I could get one piece and put it up there. The only thing is that when you take it down, you gotta take the whole thing down, and I like being able to take it down in sections, so. Okay, no one's here. Oh, damn, I guess somebody is here. I was just about to pull the chute, man. Um, only so I could watch the Majority Report, with Sam Cedar. I watch that every morning, and I need to start cleaning up my van. Uh-oh. Protester shot up by ICE breakdown. Okay, so I'm about to sign off, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna start clocking in at a certain time. I may literally start clocking in at like 4 a.m. Okay, because that's the time I want to start waking up, and I want to start being productive, and I want to start crashing at 8 p.m. So the more often I wake up, find something to do, and get that started, the better. Um, so we're gonna see how that works out because like I was supposed to wake up at 4 this morning, throw on sweats, throw on my boots, throw on this bright green shirt so I don't get hit by anything, and go for another 5,000 step walk and do that twice a day for a combined total of 10,000 steps. Damn, I said I was signing off, and that last viewer just left. Totally left me. Anywho, I would like to say thank you to Lauren Marcus for signing up and subscribing today. Um, Whichever viewer keeps popping in here and popping out, I'm not sure if it's just that one guy that stayed for forever. Whoever you are, thank you. Whoever gave me a thumbs up, thank you. Marcus, if you visited me today, thank you. I know you're probably busy right now. Hope your cars are getting built, man. Um, I'm gonna start building this van out. Midnight, thank you for your question. My van is, I would say, a extreme budget build, and I built everything based off of necessity. And I used as many recycled materials as possible to build this van. So like everything in here is either free or was extremely cheap. I think I only paid for like the window covers, the futon, bedding, the plywood for the bed, the batteries, the TV. My brother actually bought the TV for me because I was trying to get into IT work. Um, the solar panels, I actually got that as a birthday gift from my mom. I was gonna buy them, and I was like, "Hey, mom, you want to help me build my van?" Freaking, and she was like, "Sure, I'll buy that for you, son." It was pretty cheap. It's only like 140 bucks for the solar panels, less than 200 bucks. I can tell you that. Came with the controller, came with all the wiring. I think the most expensive thing in this build was the battery. In one battery. Oh, the batteries and the fridge. The fridge, I paid for the fridge. The fridge was 300 bucks, and that piece of shit broke on me after the first year. So yeah, the van life isn't bad. It's actually quite good. You just have to be good at. If you're not broke, it's not even going to be hard. It's actually going to be really simple. Um, if you are broke, it might be a little bit hard. So, like having some sort of skills will help with that. Anywho, this is Dan Brooks, aka DTM, aka Nezerac, on this here channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm gonna sign off for now. I'll be back probably later on today. Deuces.